Today on the Morning Edition, ASD cites lower enrollment, aging infrastructure, and staff shortages as potential reasons to close two local Anchorage elementary schools in a community event, but you still have a chance to weigh in. We'll bring you those details. Plus, for homeowners affected by former Typhoon Halong, disaster relief loans are available, and for small businesses as well. We'll let you know how much and where to go. And later, is that a pigeon? This larger-than-life bird has taken over Manhattan, it seems. We'll take an inside look as the Morning Edition starts now. Oh, that's cool. Is that a Halloween decoration, Aaron?
Where was the pigeon?
It was coming through the window. It was like...
Oh, okay.
It was huge.
I'd have to look at that a little bit closer to get an idea of what I think it is.
I guess we'll find out a little bit later on.
Well, we are waking up. It's been, winds have been howling through the night. We saw some snow in those higher elevations yesterday, rain at the surface, and once again, we are expected to see another round of some winds and rain pushing through South Central today. Winds are already gusting up to about 25 miles per hour here in Anchorage. We are holding at 38 degrees. Now, while we're not expected to see any significant road conditions, those higher elevations as you head out towards the hillside through parts of the Glen Highway where we tend to see some of those cooler locations, you will encounter that possibility for some slick spots, but largely expecting for the road travel this morning to not bring any significant impacts. 30s and 40s as you wake up for your Thursday. You can see out towards Eureka, parts of the Glen Highway, seeing some light snow with a temperature of 25 degrees. We've been holding on to strong winds. Yesterday, we did see max winds top out at about 71 miles per hour out towards Kodiak. And we're still favoring wet conditions today. Now, inland areas, we're faring a lot drier compared to coastal locations, but we will see some rain increasing throughout the day. And of course, those higher elevations of the Chugach Range out towards the hillside. And of course, as you head through Turnagain Pass down towards Moose Pass, we'll see that potential for additional rounds of wintry mix, if not some snow accumulation. So there's our area of low pressure that's been with us. We've got another one that's building out of the Pacific Ocean. This is going to reinforce those windy conditions tonight and lead to even more rain that's going to build across South Central. So far this morning, you can see those winds have been gusting anywhere from about 20 to 40 miles per hour. That's practically what we're going to expect for our winds today, is those winds up to about 40 to 45 miles per hour. In addition to that, heavy rainfall, particularly through Prince William Sound, where we could see about 2 to 5 inches of rain accumulation to close out this week. Inland locations will fare a lot drier, but we'll still see that potential for about 2/10, if not a quarter of an inch of rainfall. I'll have more on that and this warmer weather still with us, and that 7-day coming up.
In today's top story, 2 Anchorage elementary schools could close permanently at the end of this year. Adelmi Ruiz joins us now from the newsroom with what the Anchorage School District is considering and how the community is responding. Adelmi.
Kristen, the Anchorage School District says lower enrollment, aging infrastructure, and staffing shortages are all factors into its recommendation to close Lake Otis and Fire Lake elementary schools. The community is invited to join in the conversation at a series of what's being called community conversations. At the first one last night, parents and teachers asked questions of district administration. Some feel that there is no need for the closures and that certain aspects like classes smaller than 20 are a positive.
And we have a number of headwinds that we see going into the future. So one of the levers that we do have as a district is to consider consolidating resources for the purpose of making sure that our students have access to as many resources as possible.
Our concern is that our students, Title I students, will be forced to go to other schools and will be with other students, and class size will be bigger than we have now, and our concern is that they will be lost.
If these 2 schools were to close, the district says boundaries would be adjusted and the old buildings would potentially be repurposed. The school board is expected to vote on the closures on November 18th. And here is a look at when and where you can attend the rest of the meetings. There's one happening tonight from 6 to 8 p.m. at Chugach High School, and on Saturday from noon to 2 p.m. at the ASD Education Center. The Anchorage School Board is expected to vote on the recommendation at its meeting on November 18th. Kristen?
All right, thanks, Adelmi. For almost 2 weeks, the Boys and Girls Club has been closed. The organization says federal funding has been a large factor in why they've had to temporarily shut down operations. Georgina Fernandez spoke with the CEO to learn about the financial strains and the impact on hundreds of families.
It's signs like these.
I'm really sad. I'm really sad.
Closed until further notice. They're now replacing once busy buildings.
It's a huge, huge issue.
For the last week and a half, it's been an empty clubhouse as the Boys and Girls Club of South Central Alaska placed an operational pause on its after-school clubhouse program due to a lack of funding.
We have had to make the very difficult decision due to our temporary cash flow situation that has been impacted by the incoming of government funds and the timing of those types of things.
The nonprofit tells us 70% of its funding stems from federal dollars. The rest is made up of foundation, individual, and corporate funding.
Individual giving is down, corporate giving is impacted. It is not specifically because of the government shutdown, but it is an overarching shadow effect of that.
This move impacts more than 1,300 club members, a third who attended daily. It also means the nonprofit has had to furlough 87 of its 144 employees.
It's tough on them, it's tough on the families, it's tough on the kids.
The nonprofit is now operating on a skeleton crew, working to raise $250,000 to reopen the clubhouse. Anderson even donating back her salary.
Because I care, and I'm sad, and I'm trying to do all we can to open up the doors again.
All they can do now is wait, hoping to soon welcome back the kids who call the clubhouse home. Georgianne Fernandez, Alaska's news source.
The Boys and Girls Club says this pause only affects the clubhouses. Their licensed child care facilities, including the Child Development Center at Woodland Park and Turnagain Elementary, will remain open. Homeowners affected by Typhoon Halong are now eligible to apply for disaster loans of up to $500,000. Kelly Loeffler, the small business administrator for the White House, announced the new loan opportunities along with Governor Dunleavy in Anchorage. According to Loeffler, these disaster loans will not come with interest and payments will not have to be made for a year. Along with the $500,000 loans, businesses and nonprofit organizations are also eligible to apply for loans of up to $2 million. Loans can also be taken out for personal properties such as snow machines and boats, which are not usually eligible.
We're not a response agency, we're a recovery agency. We've got our federal partners from FEMA here on the ground and many tribal and nonprofit partners that I want to thank, Red Cross and Rubicon for their hard work, their consistent work, and all the other partners that we just saw in this shelter here.
Affected homeowners are eligible to apply for these disaster loans by December 22nd. The Alaska Department of Health is providing services to evacuated Alaskans in Anchorage. The Division of Public Assistance team is available to help with benefits needs from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. at the Alaska Airlines Center all week. And if you need help with vital records, you can also do so at the Alaska Airlines Center from 10 a.m. to 2 on Thursday. That's today. KTOU Channel 2 has partnered with the American Red Cross to help families recover from Typhoon Halong. And look, we're already more than halfway to our $100,000 goal. You can still help by scanning the QR code on your screen or by texting Red Cross to 90999. Be sure to select Alaska Storms and Floods so your donation directly supports Red Cross relief efforts. Still ahead today on the Morning Edition, just how safe is Anchorage and is it safe to bring evacuees into the city? Our investigative team sat down with Anchorage police. We'll bring you those details.
More winds and rain spread across South Central as we close out this week. I'll have more on that and what your Halloween forecast is shaping up to be. But first, at sunrise, 9:23 in Anchorage, 8:09 in Juneau. Your full forecast is next.
Welcome back. 12 minutes past the hour on this Thursday morning. Aaron, waking up to a bit of wetness outside, at least in Anchorage, parts of Anchorage.
Yeah, we continue to hold on to those not only wet conditions, but gusty winds across South Central. Max winds yesterday topped out at about 71 miles per hour out towards Kodiak, but even South Central from coastal areas into the valley, we saw those winds gusting as high as about 50 to 60 miles per hour. Those remain with us today. We've also got some ongoing rainy weather and warm conditions, and we're also watching the chance that we could see some snow building north into the interior for your Halloween. Now, nothing nothing significant. We may just see some light flurries, if not some very light snow showers pushing north that could amount to an inch or snow of that accumulation. But as far as what we're dealing with this morning, we do have some bands of some light snow pushing through Bristol Bay and the Kuskokwim Delta, and of course some widespread rain is expected to build back in across south central and even southeast later today. So with our area of low pressure on the backside of this system, we've got winds coming in out of the north. This is leading to breezy winds upwards of about 30 to 40 miles per hour for areas of western Alaska. Meanwhile, while we're still holding on to some gusty conditions here across south central, we're actually driving in some warmer air as well as some moisture-rich air, which is keeping that rain with us across south central. And you can see winds so far over the last hour have been gusting anywhere from about 20 to nearly 40 miles per hour. We've seen some of those gusty winds out towards southeast this morning, which will also continue to steadily increase throughout the day. Now, one thing we're going to be watching when it comes to those wind gusts into Palmer, you can see first part of the day, yes, will favor some gusty conditions, but it's really the second half of the day into the evening where we're going to see those pockets of gust up to about 40 miles per hour. Then here across the Anchorage Bowl, we are favoring some gusty conditions this morning. We kind of see it subside into the early afternoon and then pick right back up into the evening. We'll see gusts of about 20 to 30 miles per hour for Anchorage. Now, with this area of low pressure that's to our south in the northern Pacific Ocean, that will once again build north. It's going to phase with that current low that's out towards the Alaska Peninsula. This is going to lead to increasing heavy rain for southeast. I'll have those rainfall totals for you coming up in the next weather hit. But as far as here in south central, we can expect to see some ongoing rainy conditions as we close out this week and welcome in our Halloween. Now, the hillside, those higher elevations, as you head through Turnigan Pass, Moose Pass, you will see that chance for additional rounds of wintry mix, if not some snow showers. Yesterday, there were some storm reports out towards Moose Pass that we did see several trees knocked down that led to the road closure briefly as it took some time to clear some of those trees. But you can see heaviest rain stays near the coast. This is where we could see 2 to 5 inches of that rain accumulation, while inland locations will fare a lot drier, but we'll still see that potential for up to about 1/4 of an inch of rainfall. So we'll keep with some showers into our Halloween. Temperatures still on the warm side in the 40s. Remember to set those clocks back this weekend, Saturday night to Sunday. As we set those clocks back, our temperatures fall as well as we drop back into the mid to upper 30s next week. And right now, looking like we could see another round of some wintry mix heading our way next week. However, if temperatures remain warm enough, we'll see more in the way of some rain.
Our investigative team is following downtown Anchorage safety concerns. Many Halong evacuees forced from their homes are sheltering at the Egan Center and finding themselves in the largest city in Alaska. According to the Anchorage Police Department, the city has seen nearly an 8% increase in violent property crimes over the last several years. That's something we spoke with the Anchorage Police Chief about.
Over the long term, we see kind of a flat crime rate, both in property crimes and violent crime. Right now, what we're seeing is an increase in violent property crime as it relates to 2020.
Many have seen the video of a man striking our camera in downtown Anchorage while our reporter was interviewing a couple who fled the flooding. It begs the question, is Anchorage safe for people who have had to evacuate here? The latest FBI stats show Alaska's crime rate in 2023 was the 6th highest in the country. And while across the country, property crime trends are down, not in Anchorage. As we mentioned, violent property crimes have increased almost 8% over the last several years. That's according to the Anchorage Police Department. Statewide, according to a separate report from the FBI, the rate of violent crime in Alaska tends to be higher than the national rate. Our investigative team will continue to follow the rebuild and recovery efforts after Halong. If you have a tip for us, just email us at to investigates@ktuu.com.
You've been listening to the Alaska's News Source podcast. Subscribe to have the latest episodes delivered to your library automatically.